show you with what I've got to contend with there. Oh, very dodgy looking bridge. Actually, I'm going to get a little picture of it anyway. Right, back in action. Avoid scuffing that big rock, preferably. Here we go. Something I never do normally is cut corners. Well, while I was learning. I'm on that car drivers for cutting corners, so I try not to do it myself. And I certainly don't do it in my car either. Or my van, unless completely necessary. But not crushing motorcycles in the process, obviously. Because I love motorcycles. Did you know that? Wait. Better on the brakes early than too late, every time. There's a little bridge I stopped at on the way up, or way down. Oh, and I'll stand up going over them as always, because they're a pain in the ass. Or the ball sometimes. So I'll need to invite Johnny Miller down for a day run somewhere, I think, since I'm not getting away with him. But now they had some sickening pictures on their Facebooks. In fact, I'll maybe steal a couple and stick them up. And supposedly Mad Mike was riding his bike drunk and doing wheelies and stuff on the beach. I better add on the beach. Dropped his bike a couple of times as well, Miller was telling me. Mike's a cool guy. Mike should have a YouTube channel. Mike has been there, done it all, got the t-shirt, got the stickers, got the key fob, hoodies. He would have the full shebang. I first met him, whoa, nearly went to Crawford John there. I seen the hill coming over the hill, or the road on the hill coming over the hill, but that's not the road I was taking. So no, I first met Mike when I done the NC 500 in my car in 2019, I'm sure it was 2018, 2019, something like that. and I had to sleep in my car one of the nights we were away. It was the first night, in fact. I drove up to Dunlops chasing all the bikes, and we got to Dunlops, put the tents up in the dark, I'm sure, or it was getting dark, blowing a hoolie, the worst winds ever, and we were putting tents up. So Miller had said, don't bother bringing a tent with you, John, you can just share my tent. He's got like a tent with two little separate chambers, so he's like, don't bother bringing a tent. So I'm like, alright Miller, I won't bother, and that's fine. His tent got destroyed, and I ended up sleeping in my car the first night. So I said to Mike, you'd be screwed if that happened to you on your motorbike. And he's like, I've actually slept on my bike before. And I'm thinking, oh, aye, right, what are you talking about? And it was a couple of months later we got back, and I've got him on Facebook, and he sent me a picture of him. He's like, I found this picture, and it's Mike sitting or lying, sleeping on a bike. I think it was a GS, in the Sahara, I think it was. The guy is, as I said, been there, done it all. So I'll hopefully see him again as well in the future for a ride. He's a dead interesting guy to talk to, you know. He tells you some awesome stories. Miller's probably heard all the stories multiple times. Miller met him through buying, or Miller was selling his R1150 GS that he had before his R1200 GSA. So he'd sold his old bike to Mike, and that's how he got to know him. And I'm sure the R1150's done about 90,000 miles now. And Mike does all his own work on it himself, because you have to, if you're touring the world on motorbikes, I guess, unless you're doing the Ewan and Charlie thing. But I've been watching that again, actually. I watched them on the Harleys, the live wires. Then I finished watching that and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to start watching them from the start again. So I watched the first season, or the first trip, the long way round. But 3/4 of the way through the long way down, is it? Yeah, I'm sure it's the long way down from John O'Groats to Cape Town. So I won't be watching the Harley Livewire one again for another couple of years. But it surprised me how good, just make sure I'm still recording, it surprised me how good the bikes were. I know they had battery issues charging them, it was always going to be the story, but they didn't fail completely. But when I watch stuff like that back, it just looks rubbish compared to modern day motovlogging videos. Because our footage is way better than theirs would ever be. More so in 2004 when they done the first trip. I think it was 2008 the next one. But the wind noise, unbearable in some bits. But if you're interested in what people are saying, you'll still watch it and listen to it. And that's something I'd like to say to all of you guys that struggle with wind noise and stuff. It's not the end of the world, in my opinion. I'm just one person. It's just one view, one opinion here. But I'm not too bothered about your wind noise and stuff. That's alright. Going to let me by there, but I'm just going steady now. I'm going steady, back up the road, get the bike away, and we'll call it a day, I think. So don't get too hung up on your sound wind noise issues. I'm having a few whistles on mine from time to time. Sorry, that was me whistling. I meant from my lid itself. But it's bearable listening to it back. It's not too bad. It's just one of them things. We're on a motorbike, we're moving. We're going faster than we should sometimes. So you've got to take that into consideration. Oh, stepped out a wee bit in me there. Oh, cool, motorways are crap. But not really. Quick way of getting from A to B. That half hour it took me to get down from Abington from here, it's about 30 miles, and for me to do that trip without going on the motorway, like what I would have had to do on the MT, it's just over an hour. It's crazy, isn't it? Sorry, mate. Bloody hit neutral there. All the foam coming off the tarmac there. Possibly all the foam that's running down the hill from me washing my car earlier. Or the wife's car, in fact it was. I'm glad I never washed my car. Although I'm just about to turn the corner here into my work. And the rain's washed the bird crap off the side of my car. That's what I was going to show you. Scottish summer when it rains. Oh god, yeah, pretty soaked. Well done, wee bike, you're doing well. Looks like I timed it well there. It is lashing.